Episode 8 of Monarch, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so episode 8 of Monarch is now officially out on Apple TV for you guys to go and check out. And look, the first 3 episodes of Monarch, loved. The next 4 episodes, I haven't enjoyed at all. I thought this show has really dropped and really dipped. Episode 8, however, I actually enjoyed this episode. This episode actually takes it back to the first 3 episodes of quality. And there's multiple reasons to why that is. Because, one, we get a lot more about the actual story from the past in this episode. A lot of it. And we dive into it. It's not about the love story. It's about them coming up with the evidence to continue funding Monarch. Like, how do they continue getting this funding? How do they talk to the general and try and showcase that what they are talking about is real? So we have all that with the past stuff, and that's the most interesting part, is that they know about these Titans, they know about it, and they're trying to work it out. To me, it's the most interesting part of this show, and to see it become more of a forefront here in episode 8 is so relieving. This should have been at the forefront from the after episode 3. It should have been in here the whole entire time. I feel like the last 4 episodes have been completely and utter filler. It really has. And it feels like the idea of them chasing up their father was just there as a mechanism to get them to get Shaw involved in here again. Because now I'm sitting there like, so what's the point of the father? What is the point of having him here? Because nothing that they did in the last 4 episodes means anything. Because everything that gets revealed in episode 8 just changes everything. So obviously we know about Hollow Earth. We've seen that in Kong and Godzilla. We saw that in that movie. Well, this gets explained a bit more in here, and this is where they start to come up with the theory in the past about Hollow Earth. Where are these Titans? Where are they hiding? And this is where Billy gets the idea through watching an ant go through a hole of Hollow Earth. Like, maybe there is an Earth underneath our world that's living there in parallel to us. Like a different sort of dimension almost. So we know that Hollow Earth is a thing in this monsterverse because we've seen it in the movies. So now when we get to the present storyline and they're trying to figure out where Shaw is, they go back to where they lost Kiko. Where did she die? And that's where they believe Shaw is, which is Kazakhstan. So they go there, and this is where Shaw starts to tell Cate about Hollow Earth, about there's a portal to get in there, and this is where the monsters are coming up. This is where Godzilla and everyone's coming up. But then we also have this idea that Godzilla isn't evil. Now, Shaw mentions that. He goes, Godzilla, you looked into his eyes. He's just not a menace that is coming here to terrorize us. His goal is to make sure that he keeps balance between our world and their world by keeping the Titans down in there rather than having them surface into our world. So Shaw is trying to shut off all these portals so that nothing can get out and nothing can get in. So this is where we get our first introduction of the portal. So maybe Kiko is still alive. Maybe she did, because Shaw says he has seen Hollow Earth. He has seen it. Which now I'm very intrigued, because did he see it in the past or did he see it in the present time? Like, when did he see this? Does that explain why he isn't aging like a normal human being? Because there is still that question mark that was brought up to why isn't this guy like aged appropriately? Like, why does he not look his age? What is going on there? And this could be the question, that this could be the answer to that question, is him going down to Hollow Earth. So, because he talks about how he's seen it. So I wonder, after she fell down there, whether or not Billy and him and Shaw both went down into Hollow Earth and somehow returned without her. It'd be interesting. It's going to be very interesting to see moving forward. We've got 2 episodes left. So it'd be interesting to see how they top and finish this off. I'm intrigued. Because the past storyline is interesting. The present one, I feel like, oh, okay. I'm still not sold on him. Obviously, we see that at the end here, May falls into Hollow Earth. By the looks of it, she falls through the portal. We have that giant bug thing come through. We have Shaw trying to save Cate from going in there. then they both fall down in there. So we got May, Shaw, and Cate all down in Hollow Earth as these detonators are going off. I don't believe Kentaro. We know that they're going to get out of the building. We know Kentaro is going to be out of there. We know the Monarch dude's going to be out of there. It doesn't make sense that they would still be alive and out of this building because there was barely any time left on the charges when it exploded and the building is collapsing. So I don't know how they're going to survive, but we know that they are. It's just one of those things that you just got to kind of turn a blind eye to and be like, yep, okay, they survived the falling building. They got out somehow in immaculate time. It is what it is, but I'm interested to see what the outcome is going to be with them in Hollow Earth next episode. I imagine it's going to be about that. We also have Shaw back in the past telling the general about Godzilla and how Godzilla's still alive and how they didn't kill him. We also have the moment of Billy realizing that Kiko has a son and what she had to do to try and get her son over with her. They are sort of like her skeletons in the closet sort of thing that was reiterated in this episode again. So that was heartfelt, and you feel the connection between Billy and Kiko a lot, growing and getting a lot stronger. So that was all good to me. Obviously, we still have Shaw in the background there as well, but him going against what they said about not telling the general about Godzilla, because if they find out that they didn't kill Godzilla with the H-bomb that they used, they're only going to build a bigger one to try and beat Godzilla. And obviously we know that's not going to work either because it's Godzilla. But the last 4 episodes I haven't enjoyed, right? I enjoyed the first 3 episodes. Episode 8 I actually enjoyed. So far I'm 50%. I like 50% of the show, don't like the other 50% of the show. I still feel like 50% of this show has been filler and has been pointless, which has been the last 4 episodes. I feel like you could take those last 4 episodes, get them down into 1 or 2 episodes, and then continue on. I just feel like they were just pointless. Just nothing about them, and the drop-off in quality was huge. However, episode 8 has restored a little bit of hope for me now. Now that can they nail the final 2 episodes and me be able to walk away and go, you know what? It has its flaws, but it's okay because I like the majority of the show more than I hate majority of the show. So, look, episode 8 to me was a good one. It was a good return to form. Now can they continue? Can they nail episode 9 and episode 10? That is the question. That is what is going to be key for this. In order for this show to be classed for me as a great show or a good show, it's going to have to nail the next 2 episodes. If it doesn't, then it's going to be a very, very big disappointment. So let me know what you guys thought of episode 8. Maybe you guys didn't feel the same. Let me know down in the comment section below. Smash that like button, click subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.